Right, so here we have a question that says the state fair has the following carnival game. Pay $5 to spin the wheel at right. So $5 for spinning, and then assume that the section B and G are each half the size of the section R. So that's the tricky part. So these two, right, together they're equal, right? Each one of these is half of R. If this is G is half of R and B is half of R, means if this is half of this and B is also half of this, means B and G are equal, right? They have equal expected value. And total expected value is how much? Total probability is 100%. Total expected value is just 1, right? So B plus G, if G is half of R, if G is half of R and B is half of R, means plus B plus G, they have same expected value that R has, right? Agree? See, from this analysis, you can tell that we don't need to solve an equation for this. It's easy. You can see that, therefore, this is 1/2. And G is half of 1/2, which is going to be 1/4. And then B is 1/4. And makes sense. See, this is like a chord. Like G is 1/4 of the circle, B is 1/4 of the circle, and R is 1/2 of the circle, right? If you want to change it to percent, this is just 25%. B is also 25%, and R is 25%, 50%, right? Twice as much as them. So that was just analysis. Even I don't know what the question is yet. So if red comes up on the first spin, you win. So okay, the question, it says R is red, blue is B, and then green is G. It says, yeah, if red comes up on the first spin, you win a stuffed animal. What is the probability of you winning a stuffed animal when R comes? So R is just 50% of that, right? It's just 50%. Cool. And then I don't see a question here that where it says what to do. Then where is that? Draw a diagram to percent. Okay, so red is just 50%. If blue comes up on the first spin, you spin again. If blue comes up again, you win $20. Otherwise, you win nothing. So these are the rules, right? So otherwise, so to win, you need to have two blues, right? Blue and blue, right? First one blue, second one also blue. So remember, and is just multiplication. So we're going to analyze that when it comes to questions. And if green comes up on the first spin, you spin again. If green comes up second time, you spin again. So if green comes up 3 times, third time, you win $150. Otherwise, you win nothing, right? Okay. So draw a diagram to represent the situation. That's a cool problem. So first of all, first when you spin it, what are the total possibilities that you have? Total chances, or all the possibilities that you have. Either it could be red, or it could be green, or it could be blue. But of course, they don't have equal expected value. You have more chances to get R, red, than the others. How much? That's just 1/2. Let me not put next to it so that you don't think it's multiplication. Just 1/2 here. 50%. And green is just 1/4. And blue is again 1/4, right? So now, if red comes up on the first spin, you win a stuffed animal. So if it comes here, you got R, you won a stuffed animal. And then, but how about if it's you get green, and how about you get blue? So if you get blue, that was the second part, you have another chance to spin it, right? So if you spin this, again, if you spin this, you have 3 possible choices. Second time you spin it, either it can be blue, or can be green or red, right? But we don't care about green and red. They said if first time you get blue and second time you get blue, now you are gonna win. How much was that? $20. Cool. So, but what is the expected value for blue? It was 1/4, right? From here. So that's 1/4 again. So same as previous one. Now I want to know if you get blue and blue, what you're going to mean. So how much is total expected value? What's probability? First one is 1/4 and second is 1/4. And when and blue first time and blue second time, you multiply. So it's going to be 1/4 times 1/4 is equal to 1/16. So there's 1/16 chance probability of blue and blue. I'll put it like that. Blue and you're getting blue and blue. So what is that? I didn't do that. So like this, right? It's 1/16. You have 1/16 chance to win $20. $20. How about if you get green second time? Means first time blue, second time green, you get nothing. How about you get blue and red again? You get nothing. So that's what they say. Then draw a diagram. See, they didn't ask to get the expected value. I'm just adding to the drawing diagram for more analysis. But next time says, how about if the part 3 you get green? So see, if you have green, first of all, again, this is going to split into what? Blue, green, and red. And you have the expected value for each. That's 1/4, that's 1/4, that's 1/2. But for this part of game, you have, if you get blue, game is over. You don't win on second trial. If you get R, game is over. You don't win anything. But if you got green on the second trial, you have another chance to spin it. So, and the third time, if you spin it, what you're gonna get? You might get blue, and then again you might get green, and then again you might get R, red, right? If you got blue again, even though 1/4 is chance, just whatever it is, game is over. You don't win. If you get R, means first time G, green, second time's R, second time G, third time's R. See the branches here, here, and here. So you don't win. They said all 3 times you need to get green. Means this one, green, green, and green. Then in that case, you're gonna win $150. I'm just gonna, since I'm here, I'm just gonna get the total expected value. Again, this is because and you get first time G and the second time G and third time G, you're gonna multiply. So it's gonna be 1/4. So probability of getting G, green and green and green is equal to 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4. Which is what 16 times 4 is what 64. 1/64. There's 1 out of 64 chance that you're gonna win, and if you win, you're gonna win 150. If you get that, you're gonna win $150. So that's not the answer to this part yet. They just said draw this tree diagram. I did it. Do I need to continue with red? I can continue, but game is over. You don't need to do that. So when you have R, first time R, you don't have chance to spin. That's why I'm not gonna draw this. Okay, see, that's why I didn't continue third time for B, because you got the second time B, you won. If you didn't get second time, I'm talking about this part. If you got B, you won. Again, game is over. You're gonna get $20. If you get G, game is over. You're not gonna play anymore. You're not gonna spin anymore. If you get R, you're not gonna spin anymore. So the only chance that you have 3 times spin is you get green first time and you get green second time. Okay, that was the tree diagram. And then what is probability of winning something in the game? I already explained that. So if you get red, you're gonna win the stuffed animal. And then if you get blue and blue, that's the one, blue and blue, you're gonna get $20. And if you get green and green and green, you get $150. Done.